Hello, and once again, good evening, YouTube. Welcome to Nascar Heat Evolution Hype! It's a brand spanking new format, too. Look at this. Look at this camera angle. That's right. I can finally play console games with an actual face cam. And that's pretty darn crazy, but that is not the important thing that's going on today. Let me actually check my controls. I don't know if I've actually played this since the No Brakes challenge. Let's see. Oh no, it's normal, so it's all good here. But anyway, yes, today is some more NASCAR Heat Evolution hype, but this new format is not the topic today. Today, this is the Storytime challenge, baby. And yeah, so I'm going to try to, like usual, complete a race, but this time it's going to be a little bit more creative. We are going to read a very thrilling novel of sorts, The God Delusion by Stephen. Fuck me sideways, by Richard Dawkins. Ah, Richard Dawkins. He sure does know what he's talking about, doesn't he? Yeah, so we're going to try and complete a race. Same format as always. Significantly more difficult opponents as usual. But the idea here is that I am going to... I have to basically read this book without, I'm gonna have to read this book while playing the game. And the catch is, I really just gotta frickin' pay attention to all this shit. All sorts of stuff going on. But, I'm just gonna pull up a random chapter. I'm going to Thomas Aquinas', or however the fuck you pronounce his weird-ass name. We're going to read Chapter 3, Arguments for God's Existence. And we are going to play a race at Auto Club while we do so. So, why don't we just jump straight into this shit? So, Infield Garage is ready. Carl Edwards is ready to go with some enlightening secular literature. We're about to be very well enriched. So, we're going to have to read this book while playing the game at the same time. And basically, I'm not going to be able to stop. Like, I'm going to have to probably have, like, a second. I'm going to give myself a single solitary second between, like, sentences here, so. Alright, let's go. Alright, so arguments for the existence of God have been codified for centuries by theologians and supplemented by others, including purveyors of misconceived common sense. So, that is the preface for this chapter. Thomas Aquinas' proofs. 5 proofs asserted by Thomas Aquinas in the 13th century don't prove anything and are easily, though I hesitate to say so, given his eminence, exposed as vacuous. The first of these are just different ways of saying the same thing, and they can be considered together. All involve an infinite regress. The answer to a question raises a prior question, and so on ad infinitum. Okay, number 1, the unmoved mover. Oh shit. Keep it together, Carl. Keep it together. All 3 of these arguments rely upon the idea of a regress and invoke God to terminate it. They make the entirely unwarranted assumption that... Oh, shit. Landon! I'm in the middle of a fucking speech, dude. I'm not in the mood for this shit. Fucking rewinding that shit. Landon Castle, you do not deserve this shit. Alright, maybe this time I'll be able to avoid him. Even if we allow the dubious luxury of arbitrarily conjuring... God fucking damn it, the exact same thing happened. Goodness, creativity of design, to say nothing of such human attributes as listening to prayers, forgiving sins, and reading I fucked up. Innermost thoughts. Oh god, the orange cone has been absolutely murdered. Carl Edwards apologizes. To return the infinite regress and the futility of invoking God to terminate it. You know what? I don't think we're gonna win. I really don't think we're gonna win. I think it's kind of a lost cause at this point. 38 nice appears to be the best possible outcome for that. But we sure did learn a lot about Thomas Aquinas today. Let's try another race. I'm gonna play as Denny again because I don't feel like I gave him a fair shake there. All right, so now we're gonna read the excerpt from I'm pretty sure chapter 3, but the idea goes the argument from personal experience. So let us begin this race. Set our sights at the front. And 1, 2, 3, time to read. One of the cleverer and more mature of my undergraduate contemporaries, who is deeply religious, went camping in the Scottish Isles. In the middle of the night, he and his girlfriend were woken in their tent by the voice of the devil, and Satan himself. There could be no possible doubt. The voice was in every sense diabolical. And my friend would, goddamn it, Casey, and my friend would never forget this horrifying experience. And it was one of the factors that later drove him to be ordained. My youthful self was impressed by his story, and I recounted it to a gathering of zoologists relaxing in the Rose and Crown Inn in Oxford. 2 of them happened to be experienced ornithologists, and they roared with, goddammit, Palmenog, get out of my way. They roared with laughter. Max Shearwater, they shouted in delighted chorus. One of them added that the diabolical shit. Okay. Try that again. I lost my thought again. The diabolical sheiks and good fucking gravy. The game just reset me into the fucking safer barrier. That's fucking stupid.
Okay, 20 to go.
Shrieks and cackles of this species have earned it, in various parts of the world and various languages, the nickname Devilbird. Many people believe in God because they believe they have seen a vision of him, or an angel, or a virgin in blue with their own eyes, or he speaks to them inside their heads. This is Sparta. This argument from personal experience is one that is most convincing to those who claim to have had one, but is the least convincing to anyone else and anyone knowledgeable about psychology. You say you have experienced God directly. Well, some people have experienced a pink elephant, but that probably doesn't impress you. Peter Sutcliffe, the long-lost cousin of Jason of Daniel Radcliffe. Is that Harry Potter?
Outside.
It's a Radcliffe, but Sutcliffe says the Yorkshire Ripper does distinctly heard the voice of Jesus telling him to kill woman, and he was locked up for life. George W. Bush says that God told him to invade Iraq. A pity God didn't vouchsafe him a revelation that there were no weapons of mass destruction. Individuals in asylums think they are Neapolitan or Charlie Chaplin, or that the entire world is conspiring against them. or that they can broadcast their thoughts into other people's
Go down low.
heads. We humor them, but don't take their
3 wide, 2 high.
internally... Paul Menard again, twice in the same race, dude.
Behind you. Spin behind you.
But don't take their internally revealed beliefs seriously. Mostly because not many people share them.
Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Religious experiences
One outside.
are different only in that people who
Looking inside.
claim them are numerous.
Car closed
Okay?
on the inside.
Get all that? Sam Harris
Outside, at your door.
was not being overly cynical when he wrote in The End of Faith. Michael Waltrip, what the hell? Ah! Why is everyone wrecked ahead of me now? Goodness, did I cause that? To look back at the footage. Alright, so this is Sam Harris talking now. We have names for people who have many beliefs for which there are no rational justification. When their beliefs are extremely common, we call them religious. Otherwise, they are likely to be called mad, psychotic, or delusional. Clearly, there is sanity in numbers. And yet, it is merely an accident of history that it is considered normal in our society to believe that the creator of the universe can hear your thoughts. While it is demonstrative of demonstrative of mental illness to believe that he is communicating with you by having the rain tap in Morse code on your bedroom window. And so, while religious people are not generally mad, their core beliefs absolutely are. End quote from Sam Harris. I shall return to the subject of hallucinations in Chapter 10, so stick around. The human brain runs first-class simulation software. Our eyes don't present to our brains a faithful photograph of what is out there, or an accurate movie of what is going on through time.
Whoa, watch the wall.
I don't know where I am. Our brains construct a continually updated model, updated by coded pulses shattering along the optic nerve, but constructed nonetheless.
Hey, let's
Nevertheless,
keep
optical illusions are vivid reminder. God damn it, Ricky. Ricky was a young boy. That's a Skid Row song. Optical illusions are vivid reminders of this. A masterclass of illusions, which the Necker cube is an example, arise because the sense data that is...
Car approaching low.
Where the fuck am I?
Car down low.
That the brain receives are comparable. Move, Chris Busher. I'm in the middle of a
Oh,
race.
spin ahead. Closing on the bottom.
Because since the brain receives are comparable, god fucking damn it, guys.
We're just as fast as
Did you
him.
calm your asses down trying to read an excerpt from this
Car
book?
inside, just looking.
And you're doing some bullshit right now.
Car outside, at your door.
Holy shit, it's the final lap already. Something about alternatives, their brain having no basis for choosing between them, alternates, and we experience a series of flips from one internal model to another. We're done.
Flag. Way to get it.
Finish second! Wow! All the while reading out of this shit. God damn, that was a mess. Goodness, alright, finish second. Okay. So that was, NASCAR 14 Storytime Challenge. I hope you've all enjoyed our little educational romp through the mind of Richard Dawkins. And, I'm in no way sponsored by this. I mean, I'm a NASCAR gamer who talks about races and politics. I don't think Richard Dawkins really gives a shit about that. But, hopefully you've enjoyed this little journey, and I hope you've enjoyed the new format, because if this looks good, I'm gonna use it, because it's so much easier than transferring that shit off that laptop, then re-rendering it through Movie Maker so it works in Vegas, and then rendering it through Vegas. It's like a goddamn crazy fucking orchestration of time here. Just going crazy with that shit. But anyway, yes, thank you all so much for watching. I don't know what's gonna come next. Highlights? Maybe we'll do some highlights
With Carl
later. But anyway, for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.